So far as we've gone through the Gospel of John, we've seen Jesus just destroying the works of the devil. The devil wants to kill, steal, and destroy, but Jesus came to give life and life more abundantly. He's healing the sick, he's casting out demons. He just gave a young boy life that was on the verge of death. He's destroying the works of the devil, and he's going to destroy them some more. John 5, 1-16. After these things, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool, which is called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porticos. In these lay a multitude of those who were sick, blind, lame, and withered, waiting for the moving of the waters. For an angel of the Lord went down at certain seasons into the pool and stirred up the water. Whoever then first, after the stirring up of the water, stepped in, was made well from whatever disease with which he was afflicted. A man was there who had been ill for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he'd already been a long time in that condition, he said to him, "Do you wish to get well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. But while I am coming, another steps down before me." Jesus said to him, "Get up, pick up your pallet and walk." Immediately the man became well, and picked up his pallet and began to walk. Now it was the Sabbath on that day. So the Jews were saying to the man who was cured, "It is the Sabbath, and it is not permissible for you to carry your pallet." But he answered them, "He who made me well was the one who said to me, 'Pick up your pallet and walk.'" They asked him, "Who is the man who said to you, 'Pick up your pallet and walk'?" But the man who was healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had slipped away while there was a crowd in that place. Afterward, Jesus found him in the temple and said to him, "Behold, you have become well. Do not sin any more, so that nothing worse happens to you." The man went away and told the Jews that it was Jesus who made him well. For this reason, the Jews were persecuting Jesus because he was doing these things on the Sabbath. You might question, what are they talking about? An angel would come and stir the water, and whoever got in there first would get healed. That's pretty strange. Well, God does things a lot of times that are pretty strange. You take a look at Elijah. He threw some meal into a pot of herbs and purified it. That's impossible, right? No, it's not. With God, all things are possible. And we just talked about in the last lesson how Nahum dipped in the Jordan rivers 7 times and he was cleansed from leprosy. I haven't read one hospital record that said that took place. And there was a dead man one time was laid in Elisha's sepulcher. And he touched the bones of Elisha and he sprung to life. He lived. Peter's shadow was passing over people as he walked by, and they would get healed. Shadows don't heal. There's some amazing things that God has done. Even they used to take handkerchiefs from Paul, and or sometimes his apron, and they were brought to people that were sick, and they would become well. Aprons don't heal. Handkerchiefs don't heal. God sometimes works in unusual ways, but he's always working to glorify his name. So Jesus asked this man if he wants to be healed. That'd be like me going into the hospital and somebody dying of cancer, and I ask him, "Would you like to be healed of cancer?" Why would I ask him that? Well, some people don't want to be healed. I've had people ask me once, "Well, if I get well, will that affect my Social Security disability insurance?" One person one time I was saying, "God, he can make you well." And he said, "Would that mean I have to go get a job?" Some people, they just don't want to be healed. But this man wanted to be healed. The man's answer shows that he's been there many times and he just never could get into the pool at the right time. He was desperate to be made well. It's also interesting to note that Jesus never said, "Okay, be healed." He didn't say anything about healing. He just said, "Pick up your pallet and walk." This man didn't know who Jesus was. I have no idea why he picked up his pallet and walked. Do you? Oh, yes, we do. Because he was made well, and he knew he was well, and he picked up his pallet and walked. And this man's healing showed that Jesus is greater than the angels. He didn't have to get into a pool of water. He just had to pick up his pallet and walk. And so what are the Jewish leaders concerned about? They come down there and say, "Oh, wow, you find, oh, you're all better. Isn't that wonderful?" No, that's not what the Jewish leaders are concerned about. What are you walking around with your pallet for? It's the Sabbath. You're not supposed to walk around carrying something. Their traditions were more important than his healing. In that day and time, this man could actually be put to death for breaking that law. These Pharisees have no concern for the person, just for their legalities. And what is Jesus concerned about? The man's well-being. And when he went and spoke to him and found him, he said, "Do not sin anymore in case something worse happens to you." And people say, "Oh, can I get sick because of sin?" Yeah, of course you can. You commit some of the wrong sins and you can get some sickness and disease. We have lots of sexually transmitted disease. You want to get out there and be disobedient to God, you're liable to be contracting some kind of disease. I don't know what disease this man had or what he was doing that wasn't right that caused him to get into this condition. But Jesus told him, don't do it anymore, because if you do, something worse could happen to you. And I have no idea why this man decided to go tell the Jews who he was. Maybe he was excited. He said, "Oh, this was Jesus that healed me. Wow, I'm going to go tell those guys." I have no idea. I'm just making that up. I don't know what was in his mind. It doesn't tell us. But he went and told the Pharisees that Jesus was the one who healed him. And this caused the Pharisees to want to persecute Jesus all the more. What does Jesus think about this persecution he's getting from the Jews? John 5:17 and 18. But Jesus answered them, "My Father is working until now, and I am working." This is why the Jews were seeking all the more to kill him. Because not only was he breaking the Sabbath, but he was even calling God his own Father, making himself equal with God. Jesus is not hiding the fact of who he is. And he's not trying to deceive anybody. Jesus is not a deceiver. He is the way, the truth, and the life. The Jewish leaders, they've escalated their hate for him till they want to kill him. John chapter 5:19 and 20. Therefore Jesus answered and was saying to them, "Truly, truly, I say to you, the Son of Man can do nothing of himself unless it is something he sees the Father doing. For whatever the Father does, these things the Son also does in like manner. For the Father loves the Son and shows him all things that he himself is doing. And the Father will show him greater works than these, so that you will marvel." Jesus has just proclaimed that he and the Father are one. Imagine how those Pharisees are all stirred up now. But because they are one, Jesus can't do anything of himself. That'd be like my hand telling me, "Well, I think I'll go for a walk." My hand's not going to go for a walk. It's staying here with me. It can do nothing of itself. My words that are coming out of my mouth, they can't come out by themselves. They can do nothing on their own. So Jesus is one with the Father, and he can do nothing on his own. This is important because there's nothing in all of life that we can do. The air we breathe is from God. We can't even breathe the air except God give it to us. It's also important to note that the relationship that Jesus shares with the Father is of love. It's not a servant-slave relationship. It's not you obey me or else. It's because Jesus loves the Father and the Father loves the Son, and they work together in love. Our salvation is a gift of love. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. For God so loved the world. John 5:21-23. For just as the Father raises the dead and gives them life, even so the Son also gives life to whom he wishes. For not even the Father judges anyone, but he has given all judgment to the Son, so that all will honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. Now you can imagine how those Jews felt when they were hearing that. Here, they've got this guy they want to kill because he's a blasphemer, and he's saying, if you don't honor me, you're not honoring the Father. I'm sure they were not excited to hear that. There's a lot of people who will proclaim they honor God, but I don't believe in Jesus, or I don't need Jesus. I'm going to just honor the Father. And Jesus, he's there seated up at the right hand of the Father, and that's cool, but, we just honor the Father. And Jesus said, if you're not honoring the Son, you're not giving honor to the Father. John 5:24-27. Truly, truly, I say to you, he who hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life, and does not come into judgment, but has passed out of death into life. Truly, truly, I say to you, an hour is coming, and now is, when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. For just as the Father has life in himself, even so he gave to the Son also to have life in himself. And he gave him authority to execute judgment, because he is the Son of Man. So Jesus has really now defined the oneness he has with the Father. He's not proclaiming to be the Father, but he's proclaiming that all that the Father has, he has given to the Son. Jesus has to be eternal. He could not receive all that the Father has if he was not eternal. He has to be eternal. The Father, he has life in himself. I can't have life in myself. I'm a created being. I don't have life in myself. The life I have is the life that God has given me. Jesus was actually proclaiming how he was going to raise himself from the dead, because since he has life in himself, because he came from the Father, he could raise himself from the dead. How exciting is that? It was Jesus who gave up the ghost. It was Jesus who said, it is finished. And he left this body behind. He just let it die. And they took care of it, threw it in the sepulcher, and he rose again on the third day. In John chapter 10, it says in verse 17, for this reason the Father loves me, because I lay down my life that I may take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have authority to lay it down, and I have authority to take it up again. This charge I have received from my Father. Jesus also said, he who hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life. For I have not spoken on my own authority, but the Father who sent me has himself given me a commandment, what to say and what to speak. And I know that his commandment is eternal life. What I say, therefore, I say as the Father has told me. In John chapter 20, it says, these things are written that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name.